It's finally our Ave.
The Spartans went to war. Joined by the brothers of you against the fateful horde, Hellenic hearts are set aflame. The hot gate calls their name. The final stand. Stop the Persians stealing air. For our war, live to fall and live forever. Sparta, Hellas, then and again, see 300 men. Slaughter, Persians, glory and death. Spartans will never surrender. Morning has broken. Today they're fighting in the shade. When arrows blocked the sun, they fell. Tonight they dine in hell. A traitor's hand, secret passage to the land. Know his name, know his shame. We're lost forever. Sparta, Hellas, then and again, see 300 men. Slaughter, Persians, glory and death. Spartans will never surrender. Sparta, Hellas, then and again, see 300 men. Slaughter, Persians, glory and death. Spartans will never surrender.
I'm Aristotle, ancient Greek philosopher.
And I'm Archimedes, inventor, physicist, mathematician, engineer.
And big head. You know the caveman gave us word. Roman soldiers built the road. Egypt's pyramids were buildings at their peak.
But when we talk of great invention, it's important that we mention a special race who really were unique.
Plato and Pythagoras, both of them did stagger us. Socrates, he showed such great technique.
Was there ever
Such a bunch of chaps so clever.
If you want to know the answer, ask a Greek.
I'm a Greek.
I'm a Greek.
We are also magnifique. We invented sundials, catapults and bricks.
Chic and sleek,
So to speak, our success was not a freak.
but working hard was how we got our kicks. We created the first siren,
And the first soldering iron.
the Olympics. Well, that was quite a busy week.
So the next time that you go to the toy shop for a yo-yo. Let them know, no, it was thought of by a Greek. We are Greek. Nowadays, you'd call us geek. But in ancient times, people thought of us as tough.
Our physique was not weak.
'Cause when people gave us cheek, we invented boxing and other violent stuff. Fiery flamethrowers for battles, pinhole cameras, baby rattles. Is there nothing they can't do? I hear you shriek.
Alexander is my name, Macedonia's most famous commander. History calls the great, but I prefer the greatest. A king aged only 20 when my dad assassinated. Advisors called for calm, but frankly peace is overrated. Crushed rebels in Greek city-states, so thousands of the martyrs. Made short labor of my neighbors, and that was just for starters. Full-time fighter, made my home more secure, but that wasn't enough. I wanted more. And so began my master plan to conquer by invasion. Started with Dad's enemy, the famous Persian nation. Ruler Darius had far more troops and inconvenience, but I won, then thrashed Egypt. I'm a military genius. Founded Egypt's Alexandria, named for the greatest man alive. I was now Pharaoh and king of Persia, not bad for 25. Alexander, victorious fighter. The greatest sounds flat. How about the living God? Yeah, I'll buy that. My loyal follower said that's the stuff, but I, a born warrior, said it's not enough. Let's take India. Last man, there's a fool. Started wearing Persian clothes. Boy, I looked so cool, but made my troops suspicious. Men called me too ambitious. Said they wouldn't follow me. Guitar solo, Ptolemy. Because of me, Ptolemy, he'll go far. He'll found the dynasty that ends with Cleopatra. Then there's Hephaestion, my best friend, of course. Unless you count Bucephalus, but he's a horse. Why the long face, my friend? Anyway, together it was going grand, till Busi died and my men took a stand. I wanted to continue, but my hands were tied, so I sat in my tent and I cried. Alexander, no more a fighter. Adventures had to stop because 323 BC saw me drop dead.
Here we come through the market square with our funny clothes and hair.
Aristotle
And Socrates,
Plato
and Diogenes, four fab scholars with our Greek philosophies. Hey, hey, we're the thinkers, wondering what
meditating, thanks to my interrogating, like a toddler was always asking why. What is wisdom, what is beauty, what is nature, what is duty, taught everything I know to this next guy.
And Plato was his pupil thinker, ended up with inky fingers, writing every word he taught me down. Also had my own theory, like for everything that we see, there's a perfect version to be found. Ooh.
Hey, hey, we're the thinkers, mega brainy, ancient Greece. We're always busy thinking, 'cause the truth is what we seek.
My name is Diogenes, I'm not one to say thanks or please. Hug statues and walk barefoot in the snow. Never believed in possessions, thought they gave the wrong impression. Put faith in total freedom, don't you know?
I studied at Plato's Academy, taught Alex the Great, I know everything me. Intrigued by the world, wanted to show it all. I took all their theories higher, discovered water, ether, earth, air and fire. Learned every science, I'm Mr. Know-it-all.
Hey, hey, we're the thinkers, very witty, very wise. No one can hoodwink us, we are Athens' brainiest guys.
Not everyone likes smarties though, even Socrates had his foe when tried for treason. He simply said, why?
They sentenced him to drink hemlock. He said,
You know, if I take stock, I am annoying, I'll take that and die.
Hey, hey, we're the thinkers, politicians gave us strife, but we don't give a tinkers, 'cause we taught them all about life.
This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta! 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 This is Sparta!
morning, everybody. Welcome back to EU5. I mean, Imperator Rome. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Welcome back to, welcome to Imperator Rome. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's gonna be some things that are gonna be a bit weird, cause,
Our third baby. Let's name him Florryworry Alexandri Fegreat. Now let's see what does sound like.
So on Streamlabs there is actually, because I wanted to replace, so I had to reset all of my widgets. Oh god, it's so good. Anyway, so I had to reset all of my shit, right, because I got a computer yesterday. So I had to set everything up, and then I was like, "Oh, maybe it's time to replace."
Let's go.
Maybe it's time to replace that Japanese voice. And then I saw that they had a Latin voice actor, so that's the one you're hearing right now. Oh, I hope the sound and everything is okay. It says it's using the right mic, but I have no idea. It's basically the Italian voice. Yo, I think it's just using my good mic. Do I sound weird? Do I sound weirder than usual? No, okay. Now someone sub and write W too. Yeah, okay. Is the voice the warm, the arrive of what? I have no idea what that means. Also, I don't have Beta TV Pro installed right now, so... Oh, one thing I should have installed, which I'm not sure. Real quick. Dude, just... yeah, I'm gonna need to just install some things throughout today, I think. Like, stuff I'll notice that I'm missing. Oh man, so many subs though. Cleanish86, thank you for subbing, man. Tip my hat off to you, sir. Tip off the new hat. Look, I have a special little place to tip. Do a Colonial Castile game. No, thank you. Alright, so how does this work? Okay, yes, I agree. La 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 la. Just me. Yes, thank you. Yes. Alright. So, where is it? Aha! And then we select win the Twitch chat. Thank you. Even for Alexander, thank you for gifting 5 subs, man. Tip out to you, sir. I apologize, guys. I would have. Oh, I get to do this. That'd be nice. Done. Alright, perfect. Right. So anyway, let's quickly go jump into the game. I have so many hats to tip. Jayward, thank you for subbing with a tier 1 sub. Tip my hat off to you, sir. Hey, Infinity, thank you for gifting 5 subs, man. Tip my hat off to you, sir. Yeah, I apologize. Stuff needs to happen. I'm gonna start the game. I'm not going to play on very hard difficulty. That was a joke, by the way. But let's just jump into it. We're playing as Sparta, and I'll explain stuff once we're into the game because I need to set up the music. Yes, I would like to overwrite. And can we get the game sound back? Oh, I could have just... Okay. Aha! Okay, that's better. Testing 1, testing 2. I like to punch bananas in the face, but not on Monday. Every other day of the week is fine, but not Monday. Alright, fantastic. Now, if I could get my chat actually on screen, that would be beautiful. Arnie101, thank you for subbing for 20 months in a row. Tip mad after you, sir. And Jisuck-san, thank you for subbing for 3 months in a row. Tip mad after you, sir. I can't get my chat on screen because I have this set not borderless full screen modes. Save and close. Alright. That's better, but now I'm gonna need to restart the game. I think. Also, can you still see everything? Yeah, you can still see. I should restart the game. Because when you flip from borderless to full screen mode and you don't restart, it works, but this becomes a bit skewed, and I don't want you guys to get the idea that this game isn't pretty, so... wouldn't want to have any of that. So, I'm just gonna restart it real quick. So you guys can see everything in its full glory. Niels C07, thank you for someone for 13 months in a row. Tip mad after you, sir. Burn it already, yes. Am I going to transitioning into Imperator more, or am I just testing the game? We'll see how things go. I don't think I'll ever completely stop playing EU4, you know, but this is, I mean, it's, I'm not allowed to say, but I'm enjoying myself playing this, so let's just leave it at that. Okay, so let's start up a new game. I don't know if I have it on low settings. I don't think I do. But... Alright, I'm gonna start up Iron Man mode, even though, yeah, okay, it's fine. So, do I have it at low settings? Because I'm not sure if I do. No, I have it at custom. I'm not really sure what that does. I could just put everything on high, but I mean, it looks pretty enough as it is. So, I haven't really played it on this computer yet, so we'll see how things go. But those are just the standard settings that the game starts off with. So, refraction is a lot of re. Okay, 450 isn't as snappy as 1444. We could keep 1444. Install Fast Universalis. So anyway, well, hello there. Welcome to Imperator Rome. Playing as Sparta right now. Sparta is the biggest in this area, but you know, there's Macedon right here, who has a couple subjects. So gonna hope to gobble this up and then somehow beat Macedon. It's not exactly gonna be easy or something, but we might die. We might have to restart. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, so, in case you don't know, there was this guy, Alexander the Great, and he conquered, like, all of this. And then he died, and his generals all took one region. And so, what happens is they all guarantee tiny little states that the other one is planning to eat. So, like, these little states, if it looks like Macedon is going to eat them, Phrygia is going to guarantee those countries, and Thrace, and freaking Egypt, and the Seleucids, and so it's a bit of a hectic. It can be a bit of a hectic situation here, but we'll see how things go. Did I already play the game? I've already played the game, but I haven't streamed it because it was under embargo. Anyway, so the first thing I like to do in this game, I'm assuming some of you have seen Death Clashes, but I'll try to explain. If you have any questions, please be sure to let me know. The spinning globe thing, you can turn that off, but I think it's kind of cool, so I haven't turned it off. You can turn off camera always face north, and then it doesn't spin. But I mean, I quite like it. Because I mean, you kind of look at the world differently from wherever you are, so I think that's kind of cool too. So anyway, the first thing I like to do is set up my trade routes, and this is the same in every single game that I do so far. And I go trade for iron. Now, it's important that you do that because most countries don't like to trade away their iron. And if you don't have iron, then you can't build heavy infantry. And if you're a Greek or a Roman, or something heavy infantry focused, you're going to want that iron. So it's usually the first thing I do is I trade for iron. And we have a surplus of grain. Wait, really? We do? Why? Huh. Okay. Trade for something else. Oh, well, I'm gonna go trade for woods. It's also a strategic good, which means, no, they really don't care. But I am going to need to trade for wood. If you don't have wood, you can't build boats. And I would like to have the ability to build boats. So, I'm gonna go trade for some wood there. Alright. It's 450 after Rome, but if you hover over it, it says 304 BC. So it's kind of how that works. And it starts on the 1st of October, which is nice, because, yeah, you know, you can't declare war until the 11th of November, 1444, 304 BCE. Which is quite similar, because you'll have like 1 month to set up your alliances, and then the 11th of November is just this date where wars get declared upon. It's nice that that's the same. So, just gonna go build some, a little bit of extra guys here. And we are hoping to dow people before they get too many alliances. Now, in order to dow people, you need to, well, obviously declare war, but, if you don't have a CB, then you get a -2 stability hit, and you also get some war exhaustion. That sounds bad, but after you get into like the mid-game, you're gonna have a lot of religious power left over, and you can either use that to convert the people that you've conquered, or you can no CB a couple times, which I have done. So it's okay. So it's not all that bad, but if you want to get a CB, you need to fabricate a claim, and that's pretty expensive in the oratory power, which is basically like dip power. Yeah, I'd say it's basically like dip power. Yeah, because you also use this to culture convert and promote pops and everything. Why do we have a Roman helmet? Yeah, I think you could say that's foreshadowing. Anyway, I would like to pick up an invention. So, this is the technology screen. You have pops in your country. Some of them produce money, like slaves. They produce money, and they also produce trade goods if you have enough of them. So, for example, every 13 slaves I have, I will produce an extra grain, and I can then trade that away, and you make sick money out of that. Or you can bring it to your capital, and then you get special bonuses. If you have a surplus in your capital, like for iron, then you get 10% heavy infantry discipline. So, you know, you can either decide to bring it all over to your capital, or if you have enough trade routes for that anyway. Or you can hope that someone wants to buy it, and then you make a fat dosh. Which is nice. But anyway, slaves do that. Tribesmen, we'll get into tribesmen later. Freemen produce manpower, and scientists produce science. And I think also some commerce income, but it's negligible. Yeah, it's mostly science that you get citizens for. So, where's that economy tab? Or technology tab? So, tech, the way it works is it gives you a slight bonus in and of itself, but the real bonuses are in the inventions that you can unlock. And you have to spend civic power to unlock those. And so every 4 techs or something, you get really good inventions that you have to pick up. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So anyway, I'm gonna go for the fabricate claim cost reduction. Because, well, I'd like to go to war before this guy gets too many allies. So Imperator Rome is like EU5. Yeah, no, it feels very EU4-y. Okay, so this is the religion tab. From what I can tell, there's no difference between whether you're Hellenic or pagan or whichever religion. The names get changed, but what does make a difference is your religious unity. You gotta keep that, you know, high, otherwise you generate less these bonuses that you can get less powerful. So, basically, what can I compare this with? What can I compare this with? It's like if you're reformed in EU4, basically, or Protestant, you just pick this, and then for 6 years or something, you get 5% discipline. So it's basically like that. And you gotta spend points, religious points, but that's pretty much the only thing that you spend religious points on, unless you're conquering a whole bunch of heathens, which is not recommended, at least not at the start. So, estate influence, yeah, oh yeah, estate influence. Estate influence could be, yeah, except you can constantly keep it running, which I guess you can do with estate influence as well, but a bit like the influence thing is in, it's a bit like the influence thing is in Solaris. Yes, exactly. So let's hope that this guy didn't get too many allies. Nope, not yet. He's got 3,000 units and 14,000 manpower. Seems good so far. 11th of November, and let's go down this guy. Whee! It's nice that he didn't get any allies. I also want to check out these guys. Now, there's these 4 little city-states over here, and they start the game, which is, you know, doesn't happen a lot that countries start with alliances, but these 4, they start with alliances with each other, like a defensive alliance, but it breaks apart sometimes. It's annoying that they start with an alliance because they all have a fort on their capital, and half of them are in mountains. So you can see how that might be a problem. And they still have the defensive alliance very much intact, but eventually they'll break that apart. A little bit like Church Power Protestant, I guess, yeah, but you can only pick one of them at a time. Alright, cool, so he's moving those units away because he's afraid of me, and I'm gonna go sit on his capital. He might decide to build some units here for away, but... And there you go. Wasted some of his money. Don't mind if I do. Now, my ruler is unmarried. It's this guy. I'd like to get a waifu because I need a baby. I mean, this guy could be good, but he could also be terrible. I don't know. He's a baby, so let's get some. Let's get a little bit of an insurance policy and get some more babies. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna get married yet. No, because there's not a lot of eligible people. Well, there's these two, but they lapsed, obsessive. These stats don't particularly hold my fancy. So I want to breed a military family, and so what we're gonna do is we're going to annex this little country over here, Mysidia. And then I'm going to say to their families, oh, it's okay, all is forgiven. We can be friends, we can be the best of friends, and incorporate them into my country. They're already willing to sign a peace deal. Yeah, no thank you, I want all of your money as well. Yeah, you can just accept their families, and then you get all of their characters to use in your country. Oh goodness, I'm generous. What does that do? Oh, okay. Apparently nothing bad. Is siege progress still capped at 12? Hashtag 49 forever. Well, the problem is this thing is a port, and I can't blockade it because I don't have a port to build boats. Oh, okay. So I do have a port to build boats in, but I got kind of unlucky here, and there's some pirates that are blockading me. So I'd have to build like 8 boats. That's quite expensive, so I'm just gonna hope that Mastodon accidentally sails his navy past this and kills those pirates. But yeah, I can't get rid of those. So we have a little bit of a penalty here. -1 roll for the sieges. Does Sparta have 2 kings, or was that long before this time? I think it was before this time, but... Oh, goodness. I don't have money to give away. The epic writer. A man approaches us with a request for a room and some help to write a grand tale for the ages. He promises he will make us sure to include Sparta in the tale so it will be beneficial for us. And no, I've got no interest in that. I'm already running out of money as it is, so... Is this a Sparta World Conquest stream? Ah, it could be. Oh, goodness, he's actually trying to fight me. That's no good. And he's actually locked into going there. I guess I should have been paying attention, huh? Alright. Well, we've got a better general than they do. And we also have 2,000 in reserve, but that's not exactly what I wanted to see. I don't have a lot of Spartans. And 2,000 of them just died, and now I'm gonna need to run out of manpower. Okay, cool trick we can do though is I'm gonna go wait till the ticket of my... Here's an exploit for you guys. Here's an exploit for you guys. So this unit is suffering attrition if he's standing here, but not if I'm walking him around. So he wouldn't recover the troops very quickly if I just leave him here. But now, right before the month tick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell him to move. And then all of a sudden they recover more troops. Aha! And then we wait again. Exploit, exploit. Okay, let's move those units. I wouldn't want them to get movement locked. Thank you. I'm not entirely sure if that even works. Why do I have another army over here? Oh, I see. Boy, that was a shame, because I almost had the siege done as well. What about subjects? There are different types of them? Yes. There's tributaries. Tributaries just give you money and they can declare their independence whenever they feel like it. I'm just going to sit over here for a bit to recover my manpower. Alright, not even my manpower, just my troops. What is the end date? Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, no, it definitely goes way faster here. I think that exploit was busted. I was just intrigued by it because it showed the skull disappeared. So I was like, oh, that works. Is it me or can I make the game bigger? Well, I can zoom out. But maybe the chat and everything is a little bit too big. I can make that smaller. Game is closest to CK? No, I think so far I would probably be the closest to U4 actually, but let's go get ourselves another invention. This one has tech speed. I'll take it. And let's take a look at this guy. Has he gotten any alliances yet? He's allied with... Okay, he's allied with Messina. And Aetolia already got called in. Which is a bit upsetting. So if they get access to this and they call in Lepreon as well, then we're a bit screwed. Aetolia is right there. I'm gonna need a boat if I want to siege down this little province of his. If you want to demand land, you have to occupy the provinces with the little things on them. What do we call the columns? Because that is the capital of that particular province. You can't demand it unless you've sieged that down. Now, that's not per se a fort. Like, it doesn't need to be a fort, but I think you also need to siege the forts down. Mid-war alliances. Well, it could have... Yeah, it could have happened maybe because they were friends with each other. Let's take a look. No, that's not what happened. But I think they just got into a defensive alliance and kind of happened that way. Who else are your allies? Messina and Aetolia. So I'm already at war with both of them. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to not fight these now. And they're probably not getting access to Ellis, so I don't need to worry about, you know, issues. I can't build boats yet, because there's pirates here. If I conquer this guy and take out that fort, or that port, then I might be able to do that. Raging the Driver, thank you for summing for 8 months in a row. Tip my hat off to you, sir. 42% for every... Yeah, I'm a bit unlucky here. You get a lot of bonuses to Siege, eventually, though. So, it does go faster. Yeah, the problem is, like, if I annex this guy, then I still can't build the boat to sail upon, sail on top of that thing. So, what do I do? Well, one thing I could do is I could just peace out after getting this and then dow that guy. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna annex this dude. That'll give me a port that's not being blockaded by 27,000 pirates. And then we can build a boat. And then if I dow Leprion over here, I'll get into a war with Aetolia anyway. Without needing to, because he's probably guaranteed by mass. He's guaranteed by this yellow guy. We can't fight that, so... Just breach the walls and assault. No, that's expensive. There's still 1,000 guys in here. No, we've got 42%, man. We're gonna get this. Oh, goodness. I'm getting quite unlucky here. Ah, looks like they got the other way around. Ah! The sacking of Messeni. Let the looting be gentle or kill all of the population. Well, considering how I kind of wanted to integrate these people, I'm gonna go let the looting be gentle. And we are going to piece this guy out. Because there's no way I can build boats, so... Can't really go from here. Yes, thank you. Alright, so this is the event that I was talking about. Where we're going to get our wife from, most likely. So you can either choose to kill everyone, which grants you popularity. Or you can choose to banish them of class, which lowers your AE, which is quite nice if you're, you know, nearing that 50 cap. You can imprison their leaders. That way you only get the guys with really high pips. And then you can release them from prison and give them citizenship status, like per person. Or you could say, I'll just pass judgment on the important families, which I like to do at the start, because it gives you a lot more characters to work with. And all those characters that you have to work with all have babies. And those babies all have babies themselves, so pretty soon, if you do this a couple times, you get way more characters, so I like doing that. Mr. Honduras, thank you for something for 18 months in a row. Tip my hat off to you, sir. Alright, so now let's see if we can get a little bit of a better spouse. See, there's a bunch more names right here. Still, none of them particularly good. What's this? Trusting, narrow-minded, and what? Forgiving. What's this? Now, I kind of want high in finesse and high in okay, but she's 36. I don't know. I don't want to marry any of those. Ah, whatever. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger, but I mean... Lostful is nice, but I'm just gonna go for this. Alright. So... we already have enough, almost have enough for this. His only ally is Aetolia. Pretty soon that offensive alliance is going to increase though, so... not built a boat this early before. Revealing your fetish is a bit too quick. See, I'm thinking, do these guys like me enough where they'd be willing to give me access? Oh, okay, I can bribe them to give me access. That's fine, that's fine. I can just walk over there. Okay, well in that case, we're going to dial this. Now, I really don't want to give them a chance to get another ally, so what we're going to do is we are going to go into our economy tab, and here you can spend money for monarch points. But every time you do that, it gets a little bit more expensive. But that disappears, so 5%. But that's per ruler. So if you're a republic, you might be able to do this a lot more times, because you don't need to wait for your ruler to die. Of course, if you're a republic, you have less control over who gets to be your ruler. And it's still quite expensive. What do you mean I don't have a CB? Oh, I didn't fabricate it. Okay, my bad. And now we have to wait for the diplomat to come back. Please don't get another alliance. Please don't get another alliance. Are you having none of this? Republic's still bad. No, Republics are probably way better. Alright, cool. I'm not so sure if I want to keep this fort, so I'm just going to disband that one. Forts are quite expensive. They're a ducat a month. Considering my economy is like 5 ducats, I'll be having none of that. The Olympic Games! It really doesn't matter who I send. Once you, ooh, what's this? Oh yes, I will allow him to teach. This is a... Oh god, but he's really stupid though. The renowned philosopher almost. I really should have learned some Greek. Okay, I'll allow him to teach. We have a chance that this guy becomes a scholar if he gets taught or taught by a philosopher. The downside is the dude becomes my philosophos, and he was really bad at, well, being a philosophos. So it's kind of unfortunate. I think it's Trifon. Okay, okay. What are the flag warnings? So this warning is that there's a disloyal person in my land. It's a pretender to the throne to become a Basileus because he was, I'm assuming the brother of this guy. No, the uncle. That's my uncle. And so he wants to take over the throne. And there's no way you can get him loyal. I could throw him in prison maybe, but no, I can't because he's a pretender. But doesn't really matter. Then this one's blockaded ports, which were those pirates. Now you have like a 1% chance of 0.2% chance for pirates, and I got pirates instantly. So bit unfortunate that, but what are you gonna do? This is scoring families. It means that they don't have a job and they're upset about it. Not really sure if that's bad. I like having them just sit around there. Like, this list for me gets really big. And then there's people that support Cleonomus Agiad. Apparently he has a lot of support. But that will dissipate once my once this guy comes of age. It doesn't matter until my ruler dies, and my ruler is like 36, so... Pick national ideas. Yes, I would. I would pick national ideas, but the thing is, they cost oratory power, and I really want to get these wars going before the enemies get too many alliances. Because otherwise you get shit like this. So my oratory power is it's quite expensive to set these laws. Well, it's 50 a pop, but you know, gotta set my priorities, man. Gotta check those wars. EU3 slider? Where's the EU3 slider? I haven't seen a single slider. A little bit worried now though, because Hiraya over here is sitting on a mountain and, well, they got access through this before, so they might also get access to the other shit. Alright, so the Philosopher is going to give me 50 power. If I have 100 ducats to spend, I will let him stay so he can teach me a little bit more, and I think you have a chance of becoming a scholar in that case, which gives you some bonuses to tech and I think also an extra pip. But I'm just going to get the oratory power because there's no way I have the money for that. And we can also finally get ourselves a proper Philosophos. Oh, speaking of which, we got all those new families, so we should probably get some new people in our government over here. Yes, thank you. Why would you want to become a Hierophant? You suck at Hierophant. Silly people with their silly ambitions. Does Sparta have unique decisions? Yes, I can make Arcadia. I'm not sure how unique that is. And we can also recreate the Alexandrian Empire, but that's not unique. That's the same for every Greek. It does seem like Sparta is finally kicking the shit out of my pirates, though. I like. Alright, I'm gonna go for some Miltech speed increase. Once we can get the next Miltech, we can get siege ability. Now let's bump up the speed a bit here. It's not unique, all Arcadians can do it. So can Crete, for some reason. And they're not exactly... I think anything that starts in the Greece region can do it. I think that's the limiter there. Ah, fantastic. The sacking of Lebanon. Now, if you let him loot, like you do, if you let him loot and kill all these people, then the troops become loyal to the general. Also, the general gets more money. Now, you might think, well, why would I want the troops to be loyal? It's because it gives you a cost discount. Because they're loyal to the commander. And the commander is paying them. So that's a reason why you want your characters to have personal wealth, and that's why you would want them to burn this. But because this is going to be my core territory, I'm not gonna burn it because, well, it's my home node or my home shit, so I'm not gonna burn anything. I'm gonna try debating this guy into attacking Leprechaun, but I don't know if that works. Let's see. Look at me, I'm walking away. No, that doesn't work. Oh, now it does. And he's locked. Alright, let's fight him. Yay! Oh no! No, he can run away! No, no, no! Forced march? No! Bummer. I thought we could get away with that, but apparently not. Poor confused AI. Well, looks like we have no choice but to just fight this. We have a stronger army, and our army has higher morale than theirs. Also, I have heavy infantry, because this guy didn't do what I told you to do and trade for iron at the start, so I'm not sure if it was even possible for him. We do get a terrain penalty. Oh, a river crossing. Oh, I thought this was mountains, but it's farmlands apparently. Why does he have 110 discipline? And where is he running off to? Olympia. Yeah, so they do have access, but that's okay. I should be able to annex him regardless. Is there a force limit? Yes. Change tactics? I could change tactics to bottleneck. Slightly better at that. But I've got no idea what he was using. I can't change tactics mid-battle, and I didn't really check what he was using. Now this is a level 2 fort, so I will be needing 10,000 guys to siege this down. And we have a son! Yay! Now she might start plotting to kill my other son. Because, he's born of a different woman. Oh god, yes, please kill him, he's greedy. Wouldn't want to have anything to do with that. I could start building a boat already, but the thing is, boats are quite expensive, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Nah, let's just build a stupid boat before we run out of wood or something. Oh god, why did I do that? It was so stupid. Your son not doctor yet, kill him. I don't... Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way that I could kill him. And because he's a pretender... No, he's the primary heir. I don't think I can imprison him. Because he's the primary heir. I mean, greedy in itself isn't that bad. It's just negative on charisma. Which, you know, dip power is quite nice. I do have 150 dip now, and I don't think I'll need another, I don't think I'll need another war declaration or a fabricate claim anytime soon. So let's go get some military ideas. Now, whatever government you have, so right now I'm a statocratic monarchy, and that allows me to pick 2 military ideas and 1 oratory idea. You can pick different ones, but then you don't get a bonus. So I would get national freeman output and monthly loyalty, as well as 1 from every monarch point type. So, let's go get ourselves some morale of armies, some reinforcement speed, which is quite useful for sieges, and this one, I'm actually going to go for the improved opinion maximum. This one sounds nice, but if you need military access to some place, then this is quite useful, so I'm gonna go for that thing. Will I play step hordes? I don't know, we can try playing as a step horde at one point, but step hordes are quite hard to play as, I think. I don't know, I've only played as a civilized country so far. I've played as Rome, and I've played as Crete, and a little bit as Sparta. Now, who are you allied with? Aegon and... Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, that's very nice. Because, look, if we can conquer this guy, then we'll have access over here, and... Oh, okay, we're too late. Macedon's already eating Boeotia. Yeah, this is basically Trebizond, but in ancient times. Let's bump up the speed here. Oh, is this very hard? No, it's normal difficulty. It's normal difficulty. Now, I'm hoping I'll be allowed to annex this guy, because technically... I've got a ton of farmland. After war's toil and hardship, it is with hopeful eyes that the veterans of our armies look towards retirement, a life of rural farming. I think I have enough farmlands. Look, I've got tons of farmland. The entire country is farmland. What are you talking about? Well, farmland and mountains. Defenders desert, 28%. Hey, does that mean that you're at war with Macedon as well? No, but they are at war with Epirus, and they're winning that somehow. And Alice wants an alliance. If I say yes to that, he will give me access. Of course, then I will get a truce with him. You know what? I'm just gonna accept that. And now he would give me mill access. So quite good. We have another invention. I'm gonna go hold off on spending that, because pretty soon I'm gonna get 5% siege ability and 10% heavy infantry discipline, so I'm not gonna pick an invention just yet, but I will want the extra discipline. Because everybody has that. Okay, and here comes Ayatollah. I can't, like, call this guy into the war, right? Oh no, because war balance. Okay. Well, let's hope that we get the siege before they come in here. If there's many more people joining in, no, you can't fight this man. Go away. And I like that tech. Can I get this tech? Okay, in June. Yeah, a little bit worried about this.
For someone with many hours on EU4, would you say that this game is an easy pickup from EU4 experience?
Yeah, I'd say so, okay. Also, thank you so much for 25 months in a row, man. Tip my hat off to you, sir. I'd say so. A lot of the mechanics work somewhat in the same way. It's just the family business that you have to get used to. And the trading mechanics and the fighting. But, you know, in general, it won't take you long or something. Like, a lot of the buttons are at the same place and it all kind of makes sense. You know, it's pretty logical, I guess. What's this guy's martial skill? It's 9. Don't I have a guy with 10? No, I don't. I've got a ton of war exhaustion right now. Ugh. These 42% sieges though. Please just give me... Please just give me the siege. Okay, so we got a military advance. I'm gonna go pick the siege ability. Thank you very much. And then as soon as we have the civic power for it, we're gonna pick the next one. Now we can also pick a military tradition. We'll pick this one as soon as possible, but after that we're going to save up our mill points. Because the next one costs 1,000, but the cost gets reduced by every martial advance that you have by like 25% or something. So if you wait and you save up your points, you can get them for like dirt cheap. And so unless I can get that siegecraft one, I don't really see the point of grabbing them as quickly as possible, because I don't have any light cavalry, and I'm not going to pick any of those. So. Another water shortage. Honestly, just give me the thing, man. Just give me the siege. Just give it to... No. Oh boy. Getting gifts from people. Fantastic. Let the looting be gentle, although that siege lasted for so long, it kind of felt like... just burning that to the ground. Now, I should be able to annex this, even though... Okay. So normally you can't grab countries that are... this is really nice. Normally you can't grab countries that are not coastal or not connected to you. But in this case, because I've got like this one occupied, I can separate piece this dude and kill him. Because you don't need to core in this game, right? There's no coring mechanic, right? So it's not like I can't take it because I can't core, but it needs to be connected or coastal. Can't just like randomly take fucking Cappadocia. You know, that'd be stupid. But because I have this guy occupied, I can't just piece this guy out and demand it, because then the war ends, right? And a large part of this game is figuring out how to fight these people without getting involved in freaking massive world powers, right? So I like that. Which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but I like it. Fantastic, we're going to pass judgment on the important families again. And because I want a better researcher. And lo and behold, there we go. Now, Patrai, would you be willing to give me mill access? No, because you don't like me. Okay. Could we... Do you guys have a boat? Probably not, right? No, they don't have a boat. Let's first occupy those two provinces then, and then we'll start working on improving relations with this guy. I could send him a gift. Would that be good enough? Oh my god, it actually would. Fantastic. Okay, that's beautiful. No, I wouldn't want to split this guy in half. I would like to get, like, one guy out of this. Oh, I don't need to use the boat for that one. But I do need to use the boat for this one, because there's no way Arcania is going to give me mill access here. Can we have loans? You can go into negative money, but then you get really, really, really bad events. I don't know if it actually tells you. There's a monthly chance of, well, first of all your power costs get increased by 25%, but that's okay. And then you get events that will get you out of debt. So you'll get events that say something like, oh, here have like 80 ducats, but now you get negative 10% research speed for 25 years. Or you can also get an event like, oh, the citizens of Sparta are so happy and loyal. They have given you some money because to save you from bankruptcy. I've had that one happen twice. It's very nice. So basically free money. So, or you know, your mercenaries disband, and it's not pretty, but it's not that hard to keep it. You just have to keep a balance and keep a little bit of a buffer for events. Clap hands X, thank you for something for 9 months in a row. Tip man after you, sir. Alright, cool. So you can actually block off straits, which I didn't think was possible, but it's definitely possible. I'm hoping this guy isn't like going to suffer attrition and then not be... Oh goodness. The people of Kafantha have raised a large statue for our esteemed ruler Arius Agiat. Though the statue is lacking in certain important areas, it would not be taken well if we were to rip it down. So basically, they made an ugly statue of me, and letting the statue stand is going to give me lower popularity, but the people of Kafantha are happy because I thought it was pretty. Or I could say, no, it looks super ugly, break it down. I don't know where Kafantha is though. It's already being occupied. I think no, I can't afford to have the popularity hit because I like to let the families of my enemies live, and that's not a very popular move. So people want to buy our shit because I have a surplus. I'll accept that. So I was making 3 grain, and then 2 people came in because they wanted to buy it. Now, if I accept this one, I'm going to lose 10% national manpower, so I'm not going to accept that one. It's because they both came at the same time. You can turn off that AI's demands. I think it was in trade. Hold on, where's the trade overview? Allow trading away surplus. We are not allowing any trade offers that will make us lose the bonus. Thank you. Because otherwise, you'll just eventually you're gonna get those pop-ups like all the time, like ooh, dude, someone wants to buy your crap, and then you just say yes, and then if they want to buy my iron, all of a sudden I can't build any more heavy units. So it's a good idea to turn that off. Also, that siege isn't progressing. This is occupied by me, right? Yes. Okay. And then we'll just get that unit home. They can't unsiege it because I've got a boat, and they don't. Because, you know, wood is in short supply, so having a boat is quite fancy, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so let's go ask the access to Patrai then. We just barely were able to demand that. That's okay. Barely is good enough for me, and we'll go siege them down. Now, in the diplomacy tag, you can switch out of neutral stance. So you have a diplomatic stance, and they work a little bit differently. So if you have a neutral stance, then you get an extra diplo relation. It doesn't really help out too much. This one allows aggressive expansion decay to go down a lot faster. So if you just came out of a huge ass war, then you might want to pick this one. There's the mercantile stance, which gives you extra commerce income and cheaper trade route cost because you pay 25 civic points per trade route. And then there's this one, which is just like, oh, I'm going to kill everything that moves. And you get a fabricate claim cost reduction, but you piss off literally everyone. So it's not recommended if you're like really tiny and you need to ask military access a lot. But once you're you know, settled and good to go, then I'd like to switch into that. I don't think I'm going to pay the oratory power to switch into this though, because, well, you know, I need to ask mill access like all the time. I like the opinion hit, so. Alright, let's bump up the speed here. See how many units they have waiting for us. Apparently none. Apparently none. Well, I'll take it. The thing is, he's also at war with Epirus, right? So it's not that surprising that his troops are AFK. At least I'm pretty sure he was also at war. Yeah, he's also at war with Epirus. So he's probably off here somewhere. Don't mind if I do, I'll take it. What was the land stance? Subjugative? Right, yes. Oh, just have him flogged. The last stance was subjugative. If you have a bunch of subjects, it can be a bit hard to get them to be... where is it? Diplomacy, right. The last one was subjugative. If you have a bunch of subjects, it can be hard to get them to 190 opinion, so you can integrate them. And this one helps with that. It also gives more integration speed. It's especially hard to get your subjects to 190 at the start of the game if you have bellicosi stance. Because at the start of the game, you don't have a lot of improved relations maximum bonus. So the base, you can only improve relations with 50. And then it starts ticking down again. You gotta pay 50 oratory power every time you do that. So that's a bit shitty at the start. So then it's quite useful to have that stance, especially like if you roam. Probably need to switch into that if you want to integrate those people. Vlog rod. Where did I buy the hat? I got it as a gift, so I don't know. Alright, someone wants to be the Hierophant. Who wants to be the Hierophant? Oh, well, he's actually better, so sure, we'll give him the job. I'm gonna need a new oratory researcher. I don't want to get the 54-year-old guy, because he's just gonna die instantly. And we can do another invention. Yes. 10% infantry, or heavy infantry discipline. Very nice. Now, considering how they're not actually fighting me, I might send these units over there. Although, no, this is mountains. I don't think I want to do that. Oh, look at that. It was only a level 1 fort. We could have sieged it down with 2,000 guys. Oh, well. I think he stopped paying first troops, and now he's starting to pay first troops again. But yeah, there's no way he's beating this, because we've got 12,000 units. Wait, are those mercenaries? No. Fast lives to get a free war. Yeah, no thank you. Alright, but I do want to march my units home before piecing out, because I don't want them to get stuck in here. And I could, of course, use the boat to get them out, but don't really need to. Alright, so let's go piece this guy out. I want to annex all of your shit and demand all of your money. And I will be passing judgment. And every time you do this, you lose 5 popularity. So it's not like you're not paying a price for this, because that's 20 popularity down. But because my ruler is my general, and I only have 1 army, he constantly gains popularity from winning battles and sieges. So I get to do this. But if I were to make someone else my general, then eventually I was going to have some problems. But considering how the ruler is the only general, it doesn't really matter. And we can go piece this guy out. Now I do also have high war exhaustion, so we might want to have a little bit of a period of peace here. But let's see. And we've embraced everybody. Fantastic. Alright. Yeah, I got called for pizza and a whole bunch of war exhaustion. I could get rid of the war exhaustion, but it's quite expensive to do so. Let's just get rid of a little bit of it, because I wouldn't want to get all sorts of rebels and shit. Now, we have 2 forts here, and forts do have zone of control, so it's a bit overkill. I'm gonna get rid of this one. For use governors. I have a governor. It's only in Greece, so I would like to switch out of this shit though. Is local autonomy my ass? Sure. No, no, for now I'm just gonna make people into Spartans. Wait, what? My units are stuck? Oh, because we don't have mill access through these. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let the war exhaustion tick down for a bit. Before making my next move. Let's take a look at these defensive alliances. So Megalopolis is actually only in a defensive alliance with Azania. And Azania is right there, so I could just kill both of them at the same time. Yeah, so that alliance broke apart. I'm alright with that. Yeah, sure. I'm alright with that. And then we can just fight this guy and grab Symphalos. And then I'm gonna need to somehow get into a war with this dude, because I don't want to... He's allied with who? Aegon? Aegon. Please don't tell me Aegon's guaranteed by something. Okay, no, they're not getting guaranteed yet. Okay, well, so far so good. I'm gonna go for a smoke. I'll be back in a bit, guys. What is that diplomatic request with the shields? They keep asking me to join their defensive league. And Ellis is calling me to arms. But I have no intention of helping them. Or getting into defensive leagues. The only reason I get into defensive leagues, and that's actually quite funny. So, suppose... Hold on. Where is this thing? Okay, there you go. So, there's actually a clever little trick that you can do. Shut up for a second. Alright, so there's a clever little trick that you can do. So if there's a country like Thebe over here, and Thebe is being guaranteed by Phrygia, right? So you're like, oh shit, well I can't fight Phrygia because Phrygia is way too big. So what you can do is then you can invite them into a defensive league, and if they're not in one already, and then they'll join because, you know, you're big and they apparently needing to be guaranteed by people, so they'll say yes. And then you find someone that you could potentially dow, like freaking Manatea over here, or Megalopolis. Then you invite him into the defensive league, and then you leave the defensive league, leaving them with a defensive league with Megalopolis and that guy, and then you just dow the one that isn't guaranteed by Phrygia, and you get to annex both of them. So you make a fake league, and then you leave it, and then you can dow whatever you want. It's beautiful, it's great. No kitty. 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 My helmet broke. The date is, what is it? It is 296 before Christ. And I think the game runs until 750 or something? God damn it. Why can you even take this? Well, I suppose you can. And then it would suddenly become very easy to wear. I had it perfectly before. Okay, there you go. Alright. Florry, you don't have BTTV installed. I know, I just got a new computer, so bear with me here. Yeah, he's calling me to arms. I don't know if I really want to help him though. Because I'm pretty sure I won't get to set or make my own peace deal. That said, I mean, it's an easy war right now. He keeps calling me to arms. I don't know what happens if I say no. Yeah, I know I said we wanted some peace, but I mean, this guy's right here. Have I checked the brand new Anno? It would be amazing to see Florrynomics in that one. Can I turn down the FSX a bit? I can. I totally can. Sure. That is better. Alright, cool. Let's hope we can actually catch them before they start to siege down Sparta. That would be nice. We don't need to worry about them marching around and murdering us, because we've got a fort right here, so... Alright! Yes, I think alliances they can always call in later, so he could call in Patrai now. But I declared war on Megalopolis. I'm not sure if he's allowed to call in Patrai, but by all means, please just call in Patrai. The gods of war, our high priest Silicus Lenononid has suggested an offering to one of the gods to bless us in our ongoing war efforts. All the gods have their domains, and we should make sure that we know what sort of benefits we're looking for in battle. I'd like some monthly war exhaustion reduction. Although, oh no, I thought that was manpower recovery. Oh yeah, monthly war exhaustion reduction sounds good. How's it manpower? Yeah, it's alright. Making quite a bit of money. I could do with another building in my capital. It's 10% manpower right there, so yeah, sure. What are the main differences to EU4? The rulers just have way more detail, right? So that's a big difference. Another difference is that you don't... Rebels are beautiful in this game. Rebels are fucking amazing in this game, right? So in EU4, rebels are like this whack-a-mole thing, right? Where you get rebels, they fire in one province, and then you just walk over there, you kill them, and then 10 years later they fire again, and then you kill them again, right? That's EU4 rebels. In this game, if you get rebels... in, say, Asia Minor, then fucking all of Asia declares its independence, and then you have to fight an independence war. You don't need to core the land again. You don't get any AE from winning that independence war. But then all of a sudden, you just have to fight, you just have to fight this, right? Which is freaking amazing. And then if you have 40% of your regions or more disloyal, you can get a civil war, and then you might have to fight something the size of us. And say you're like the Ottomans, and you have to fight freaking all of Anatolia. It's beautiful. It's actually insane. I like it. I like it a lot. It's so much better than EU4 with the Super Whack-A-Mole Rebels that never win anyway. You know, why would they? You just win a straight up war. And they don't happen as often. So, but when they do, it's a full-on war. Which I quite like. I'd also quite like it if Alice gets annexed by something, but I wouldn't know by what. Oh, I see. So, Azania joined because Patrai declared the war. So, Patrai might win that, and then... What happens if I fight you? We get to fight Thebe. Okay. What kind of fort is this? It's a level 2 fort, so I will need 10,000 guys to siege that down. Why is Azania occupying that? Okay, he transferred the occupation over. I'm really hoping he's gonna call him Patrai. Oh, no! Oh, are you kidding me? Are you actually shitting me? 9 days! What? Bullshit. I guess it's fine. I'm not gonna spend my my men and manpower on that then. I'll just wait and see what happens. Like, either they get kicked off of the siege, in which case, you know, we'll just jump in afterwards. Or, if they actually occupy Ellis, then I'll just doubt Patrai. So we'll see what happens here. Is there a white beast counter? War exhaustion? No. Does this game have birds? Oh, there is a white beast counter, actually. If you don't enforce the war goal, then the defenders can enforce a white peace. But it needs to be, they need to have it enforced for like 5 years or something, so. Roving bandit, oh goodness, oh yikes. No, I'll just spend the points, that's fine. I would like an extra capital import route. Also quite like the research point. I guess I'll go for the research points, that's fine. It's not a trade good that I particularly need right now. If I dial these, would the other guy actually join? Yeah, he would. We don't have the monarch points to fabricate another claim, so... Someone stopped selling me wood, I'm gonna go buy new wood. So, like, wood is so important. Like, if you don't have wood, you're just kind of screwed. Alright, so they did annex Azania. And now they're moving on top of Patrai. And they're gonna beat them too. So maybe... it's better to fabricate on these. Because this fort right now has no garrison, and then we can quickly, if it even still has a fort. No, it still has a fort. Of course, we'd also end up at war with those, and... I don't have the points yet, anyway. So did they peace out? Okay, they did peace out. So, we can safely go fight this guy then. Oh, they actually allied Manitea, okay. Well... First of all, let's peace out over here. And I'm going to get those families in here. Okay. It's hard to tell what I own. Well, I mean, I own this and these little islands over here and those two provinces. So now everything's allied with everybody. That's kind of unfortunate. This way I won't have to fight Thebe. But it's still a lot of people, man. Like, I don't know if I can pull that off. And I think he has... No, he's got 2 forts. But so does this guy. Whatever. I think we'll be fine. I'm gonna build some extra guys though for this. Cause don't want to get cocked here. I'm just gonna hope that my forts last for long enough. Yeah, they'll have my reinforcements sit in Leprion. They'll be safe because of the zone of control of this. And then we just have to siege down Olympia. Just become a great power and break his alliance. Yeah. Also, I might want to keep my boats into a port for now. Yeah, I think that's the best option. Also, he seems to have disbanded his unit, so we can go for a little sneak peek into Claytor, yes. Because he's not paying for his troops either. And we'll just quickly go force march in there, stack wipe them, and then move on to Patrai. Yeah, I'd say that's a good idea. Is there an option to make the UI smaller? Let's see. Yes, there is. Not sure if I like it though. Right, we have enough points now, so let's go fabricate that claim. And when can we declare? 24th of August, okay. Yo, I don't like having the game user interface smaller, man. I want it back to where it was. Without that red from BGTV, you can't see all the chat. I can see the chat exactly the way I like to see the chat. Where is this city? It's the top of this. I don't particularly want a granary here, but I guess I'll just delete it if I start to build buildings. There's a building, well, of course there's a building limit, but there's a very small building limit for most provinces. Alright, let's go declare this war. A little bit worried about those though, because unless Argos gives me access, I can't fight that. So in general, a bit worried about this war. There's quite a couple of people that we're fighting. Let's force march in there. And hopefully we can stack like this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And how's the garrison in this? There has to be some way to tell. Alright, so I need 6,000 guys to siege that down. Oh, and he's moving across the strait. I don't know if any of my enemies have boats. No, they don't. So, let's trap him across the strait then. Seems fine in my book. And if we can get a couple of these regiments out, we can actually siege down 2 provinces at the same time. Let's keep it somewhat balanced. Because those aren't capital forts, so I can just siege them down with like 6k. You gotta hurry, man. I think he can actually walk across because he owns both sides of the strait. It's the same as an EU4, basically. Yeah, I might want to assign a leader to this army. Hello. Thank you. How do I decide army composition? So I'm a Greek now. I haven't really thought too much of army composition, but I'm a Greek, so I'm really good at heavy infantry. So I just mostly use heavy infantry and then a little bit of archers to have something different. But not much thought has gone on to that. Can't I set primary, secondary battle line? Yes, I can. I should probably change this over to heavy infantry and then switch those around. There you go. Someone was asking about governors before, but the thing is, because I've only been conquering shit in my home node, so they all have the same governor. It's always your ruler. Unless I move out of Greece, I don't need to change anything with governors. Like, it's all the same guy. And you can't change the governor of your capital province. So. And he's busy culture converting. A glorious promoter of Spartanism. Are there any formables? Yes, but it depends on which country you are. So, because we're Arcadian, we can form Arcadia. It doesn't change your flag, it just makes it look a little bit different. If you're playing as a Phoenician, like one of these, you can form Phoenicia. If you play as a Brit, you can form Britannia or something like that. Albion something. Basically works a bit like that. Oh goodness. Yeah, they're sieging down Sparta right now. I'm a little bit worried. Because knowing my luck with sieges, they'll beat me to it. Please no, not today. Come on, just let me... Just let me flip, man. Let me flip. Are there permaclaims and missions trees, or how do you expect? There are permaclaims. Like if you play as Rome, you get a whole bunch of events to get claims on, like basically all of Italy and then all of Greece, and you keep getting events that give you more claims. Alright, thank goodness. Can we go kill this guy before he runs away? No, I can't. I could trap him in there though. But let's go liberate Sparta first and foremost. That's a little bit more important right now. So very low on the manpower count right now. Come on, take it. Oh, shit. Well, considering how he's marching back, and he's already movement locked, we should probably go snipe this guy. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. And what forts do as well, which is really cool, which you haven't seen so far, because these are all OPMs with forts on them. But if there's a province without a fort, then and you occupy a fort, it will start getting occupied. Because of my fort in Olympia. Although I'm not really sure how it works, because there's also the fort in Patrai. I guess if they start sieging this one, then this province will get occupied automatically, basically. Any formables in France that you know of? Well, you can form Amorica, and you can also form Gaul. That's a tough one though, because you know you basically gotta own all of France. So. And does that straight cross it? No, that only works if they don't occupy both sides. Hey, filthy buggers, get out of my land! I'm gonna hold off on getting an invention because I'm pretty close to getting an extra siege pip, as well as military tradition cost reduction. But I think I'll go for the siege pip because there's no way I'm picking up an extra tradition now anyway, and I would like that omen. Oh wow, okay. Fucking turtle power, man. Alright, sweet. Yeah, sometimes you get lucky and you pick exactly the right tactic. Yeah, I'm not gonna chase those down, that's a waste of my time. I'm gonna go siege down Patrai because I can separate piece those. The city of Zakynthos gets a fort. Oh! Sparta gets 72 ducats. I don't even care where that province was. But 70 ducats is 70 ducats, man. It's an easy choice in my book. So how's the morale of this army? It's at max. There's no real penalty to this. So how about you guys march a little faster so we can get them before they siege it down? That'd be nice. Why are you moving around? Who are you at war with? Oh goodness, no, Aegon, why? You were allied with Patrai before. No, don't do it, Aegon. He can't siege anything down. He only has 7k, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him to his... No, no, no! What are you doing? No, get out. Fuck off. What do I think about the UI? Personally, I'm not a fan. Well, I don't know, like, which part of the UI. I don't like that they, like, if you, for example, if you do this, although this might just be because I don't know how, but if you, like, create a new unit, like this, and you have both of them selected, then you can't just, like, press V or something to unselect. Like, there's no hotkey for deselect. So you gotta, like, click deselect and then set the next guy. Which, bit unfortunate. Oh, he can siege it down. What the hell? I thought he'd need a bigger fort for that. Well, in that case, we're going to fabricate a claim on this dude. Because I'll be having none of that. Can you sortie / assault fort? You can't sortie, as far as I'm aware, but you can assault. The thing is, I'm already almost out of manpower, so I don't really have troops to sortie away. How many troops do I need for this? Yeah, 5,000. I'm just gonna split this in half. Oh, no, 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 no. They're already coming, so fuck that. Alright, got another baby. Man, it's so nice. It's so nice that I got that woods, because this was also a port, and if I wasn't blockading it, that would take forever to siege that down. Yeah, it looks like the Alliance is just going to kick these guys off, so I don't need to worry about them snagging Kletos from right under my nose. With the global merc system, do you think it will be easier to steamroll people late game? I don't know, man. Mercs are really expensive. Mercs are so expensive, and you need to pay money to get rid of them. And once you get really big, you have a lot of manpower anyway, if you play your cards right. So now I want to separate piece this guy, but I can't, because you need to wait 3 years before you can separate piece someone. Or you need to have them fully occupied. If you have them fully occupied, you can piece them out before 3 years. Or you could use a little bit of an exploit and open up the peace deal with Monetea and then click on the country that you want to separate peace. And all of a sudden you can separate peace, people. Yay! Oh, okay. I really had hoped that would have worked. But apparently that doesn't. No, okay. Would have been nice. Still in the research phase, ladies and gentlemen. Still in the research phase. But yeah, because he has these 2 provinces occupied, I have to go unsiege that. Now, I wouldn't want to fight them in here. No. Just let them walk out. Because I need them to kick these people off. Oh, they're not? Okay, well, whatever. Stop giving away exploits before we can exploit. I don't know of any real good exploits so far. I'm just giving you my thoughts, so maybe you can help me find one. Alright, I'm just gonna walk around. There's no way they're gonna siege this down, so. Right, so now that we have Patrick completely occupied, we can go grab Olympia and all their money. Fantastic. And my country is connected now. Obviously just going to liberate everybody, because I want a whole bunch of good characters. Now, I'm still at war with Stymphalia and Monetea, but I want Monetea occupied. Apparently they only need 6k for that, but they've got 11 right there, so I'm a little bit worried about just like leaving 6k in there. I don't want to piss off Macedon, no thank you, I'll just strike the earth. This fort is a bit pointless, I'm getting rid of that one. Now that I own Olympia, something very cool happens, because every single time there's now an Olympic game, I can choose whether or not I want the Olympic Games to be held. If I say no, everybody gets pissed off. If I say yes, everybody with Hellenic culture gets a relation boost. And because these guys are all former Alexander generals,
27 years
they all give me a relationship boost, so it's very easy to get trade deals and shit. Solari1988, thank you for summing for 27 months in a row. Tip my hat after you, sir. Macedon looks really good. Yeah, I don't like the way Egypt looks though. It's freaking... just looks like sand. Or ash. I don't know. Los Carlos 5,678, thank you for summing for 2 months in a row. Tip my hat after you, sir. I could assign a commander to that, but I just no thank you. Extra siege pip, thank you. Now it says, when it says white peace imminent, what it really means is white peace imminent after 600 and 700 and X amount of days, so yeah. You have time, it's not exactly imminent. The man looks useful like an EU4. Oh, don't worry about the rep mentions. They'll be fixed by the next stream. Don't worry about it. Oh, the map looks what do you mean useful? These? No, these just keep falling apart. Egypt is sort of stable, but Phrygia just keeps falling apart. It'll take a while, but eventually they'll just break into a million pieces. Sure. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna beat it to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys over to this, and then I'll leave like a tiny guy behind. I should be able to beat them to it. I mean, I've got way more siege pips and everything, but I'm not sure if I should risk it. I'm also completely out of manpower now. What's this? Sure. What is the endgame date? I've got no idea. I saw someone say 750 or something. Nah, I'm just gonna risk it. Whatever. It's fine. Although I'm still gonna need to fight these. It's not like I can piece them out now. Would Argos be willing to give me mill access? Oh, they would. Okay. I wasn't really expecting that, but sure. Yeah, so we're completely out of manpower now. If I fight this, I won't have enough men to siege something down. So... we do have a lot of money. I could hire some mercenaries. It would cost me 11 a month. We could get rid of them for 96. And they're just warm bodies. Because this guy's really stupid. Look, he's got one in military. And the religions are the same, basically. Here's a religion map mode. Some Tuistic, some Iberic, but as of yet, I haven't really seen a difference between the different religions. They've got different events, obviously, but that is mostly just paint, as far as I'm aware. Because everybody I've seen so far has the same blessings. They're all moving away, but one of them is moving away later. And I take it my units are stronger than they are. So let's hope this does the trick here. Got no. He's still using shock action, so that's good. And apparently they got a river crossing. See? The Olympics! Since the glorious days of mighty Heracles, the young men of Greece have for 4 years competed in the Olympic Games in order to win fame and fortune for themselves. Held in Olympia, the Games are the opportunity for all in Greece to lay down arms, embrace, and blah blah blah. As we control the ancient side of the Games, it is our duty to hold the Games this year. We should think carefully before proclaiming otherwise. And then when you say no, they get upset. And then when you say yes, they get happy. I don't know if there is a risk involved of saying no. So I just say yes every time, and then you get 20% opinion, or 20 opinion points. But I haven't had anything bad happen so far. Any benefit to saying no? Not that I'm aware of. But it says it's too risky right now. I don't know why that would be the case, but... it seems to me like Aegon is going to siege that town, so how about we go ask access to these now?